Hey guys, my name is Gabby, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a video that I'm very excited about, and I've been requested to do this video for like over a month now, and that is a book for every song on Evermore by Taylor Swift. If you're new to my channel, you might not know, but I'm a major Taylor Swift fan. I've also done a video like this for nearly all of her previous albums. The only ones that I haven't done yet are Fearless and the debut album. So if you enjoy this type of video and you'd like to see book recommendations for all of Taylor Swift's albums for the most part, I will link them all down below. Anyways, Evermore came out about a month ago now. Evermore dropped at probably the worst fucking time of my life because the album literally dropped while my sister was in emergency surgery. So it wasn't a very fun time for me. And I'm kind of sad that this album does have those sad memories associated with it. This album is so goddamn beautiful and I love it so much. I've been debating every single day if I enjoy this album more than Folklore. So far currently in this moment, I still think Folklore is my favorite out of the two. I'm not sure if my face is still red, but I kind of lost it during this video because I like to film like the singing clips before I film this part, which is probably a mistake because then my face is so fucking red from all the crying I do. Because I can't listen to this album without crying, I can't. It's interesting because I think this album is a lot more sad than Folklore, but I know most people probably don't think that. Most people think Folklore is a lot more sad. Anyways, let's just jump right into it, shall we? First song on this album is Willow. The book that I think fits the song perfectly is The Butterfly Project by Emma Scott.
I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night.
And I'm mainly going with this one for Willow just because of the chorus specifically. The more that you say, the less I know, wherever you stray, I follow, because these two characters are just, their romance in this book is so cute, and I feel like the kind of like more dark vibe of this song kind of fits the dark vibe of this book, because this book is really sad but like beautiful at the same time. Because this book, we're following these two characters, Zelda and Beckett, and they're both living in New York City. It's very atmospheric of New York City in this book, but they are both kind of dealing with really hard life circumstances, and they end up becoming roommates because of those life circumstances, and then they just slowly start to develop feelings in a relationship for each other, and I feel like they just become so dependent on each other that it's like, wherever you stray, I'll follow you, and like wreck my plans, that's my man. Ugh. Dude, I love Beckett so much in this book.
Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans.
The second song on the album is Champagne Problems, which, can we just talk about this song for one quick second? I think this is one of her best written songs that she's ever written. Like, for me, it's up there with like All Too Well as one of those stunning masterpiece songs. And a book that I think fits the song actually nearly perfectly is Little Women by Louisa Alcott.
Your heart was glass, I dropped it, champagne problems.
Because if you know the story, then you know. I don't even have to explain this to you, but I don't want to explain it to you anyway because it's kind of spoilers, but dude, this song can relate to Joe so fucking hard. It's almost like Taylor Swift just watched Little Women and then wrote this song out of inspiration. God, at the end of this song just really fucking gets to me that like, you won't remember all my champagne problems. Like, excuse me. And I love it. I love it so much. I love this book. I love this song. Masterpieces.
Your mom's ring in your pocket, her picture in your wallet.
The next song on the album is Gold Rush, which this was initially, like, when I first heard the album, this was my #1 favorite. It's definitely still in my top 5, but is it my #1 anymore? I don't really know. But a book that I think fits the song pretty well is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey Mcquinston.
Everybody wants you, everybody wonders what it would be like to love you.
And I think this song fits this book pretty well because I feel like this song, it kind of just sounds like a daydream to me, like you're daydreaming about being with someone. And this book is a male-male romance. This is kind of more like a hate to love, so it's definitely like a slow burning romance. I feel like this would describe their romance so well though, because since Henry is a prince, he's very desired, you know, by everyone in the world, and like everybody probably wonders what it would be like to love him. So I feel like this song is almost describing like a daydream, like imagining, like Alex imagining what it would be like to fall in love with Henry and to be with Henry, because he's saying, what must it be like to grow up that beautiful and like everybody wants you, everybody wonders what it would be like to love you. And I feel like that expression, like I don't like a gold rush, is like I don't like the feeling that you're too good to be true, like you're beautiful, you're perfect, like I don't know, like that's definitely the vibe that I get from this song, and I just feel like their romance fits it so well and it's so cute.
I don't like a gold rush, gold rush.
The next song is 'Tis the Damn Season, and I'm not gonna lie, I had some difficulty picking a book for this song. I was actually watching my friend Amina, she made a video, and she chose Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino, and I was like, Bitch, that song fits perfectly. I will link her video down below, by the way, so you can check it out because it's really great.
There's an ache in you, put there by the ache in me.
But this book just fits the song perfectly, I feel like, because it's about these people who were together in college and then like over time they lost touch, and then this takes place 15 years later when they see each other again in New York City. We kind of get like flashbacks of what their relationship was like when they were in college, and then we get present day when they're like 15 years older and they're living these very different lives. But it's like, it'll always lead me to you in my hometown, which is like New York City in this case, you know? I know this isn't exactly like Christmas vibes at all, so it's not really like the damn season, but you know, it's as close as it gets. The next song on the album is Tolerate It, and this is another one that I kind of had trouble picking a book for this song just because I feel like this song is so heavy and so fucking sad, and it breaks my heart, honestly. And I know that your immediate reaction probably to this song is thinking that it's about a relationship, like a romantic relationship or like a marriage that's coming to an end, but I kind of took it more as if it's a child who is not being accepted by their parents. And for that reason, I feel like the book Felix Ever After really fits this song well.
You're so much older and wiser and
because if you didn't know, this story is following this trans boy named Felix, and I especially feel like Felix would relate to this song in the sense of like his relationship with his mom, because his relationship with his mom is really complicated. She's not there for him. It honestly just breaks my heart. Like, I saw one Twitter thread online that was talking about how this song could be from the perspective of an LGBT teenager or child not being accepted by their parents and like not feeling loved and not feeling celebrated, and like their parents just tolerate them. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, after I considered that song from this point of view, it just like broke my fucking heart. And it really fits with these lyrics, like, you're so much older and wiser and I wait by the door like I'm just a kid, because your parents are somebody that you look up to, you know, like you really idolize your parents when you're a kid, and the idea that they wouldn't accept you for something that's like a part of who you are, like, it's just so fucking sad. And this song just hits on a whole different level when I think of it in this way, because it breaks my heart.
if it's all in my head, tell me now. Tell me I've got it wrong somehow.
The next song on the album is No Body, No Crime, which, holy shit, this is the yeehaw bop that we did not know we needed. This is the song that we didn't deserve, but we got it. And for that, I've got to go with the classic, the legendary Gone Girl.
I think he did it, but I just can't prove it.
It's almost like this song was written about Gone Girl. I mean, am I right? I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. Oh my god. If you didn't know, Gone Girl, it's about a husband whose wife goes missing. He reports her missing, and dare I say no more, dare I say no more, but this song just fits this book. Like, you could pretty much probably put any thriller for this song, like, not gonna lie, but especially Gone Girl, I just feel like it fits really, really well.
Somebody's gotta catch him out.
Next song on this album is Happiness, which is pretty ironic considering it's one of the saddest fucking songs I've ever heard. For this song, I'm going with It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover.
Showed you all of my hiding spots. I was dancing when the music stopped.
Because again, I feel like this is one of those songs that you would automatically associate with the feelings of like divorce and separation in a romantic relationship. But I also viewed it in a way that's like when you've been abused physically by someone you love. It's hard to acknowledge that you've had happiness in your history with someone who's hurt you, you know, and like the fact that she's saying there'll be happiness after you, past the blood and bruise, past the curses and cries, haunted by the look in my eyes that would have loved you for a lifetime. This song is just so beautiful and stunning, and it has some of my favorite lyrics on this entire album, because I love that opening line when she says like, honey, when I'm above the trees, I'll see this for what it is, but now I'm right down in it. And I feel like Lily's experience in this book, she could directly sing this to her love interest in this book. Like, holy fuck. Beautiful, it's stunning, and it hurts. It hurts.
Haunted by the look in my eyes that would have loved you for a lifetime.
The next song is Dorothea, which this song is such a grower. Holy shit. I think this might be like my favorite song on the album now. I don't really know, but I love Dorothea. I love it so hard. It's definitely my top 5 for sure. And a book that I think fits the song pretty well is Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren.
If you're ever tired of being known for who you know, you always know me.
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard for me to pick a book for this song because I feel like I don't read a lot of books that are about celebrities that have like a romantic love interest from their past. And this is like literally the only one that I could think of. And it's kind of sad because even though this is one of my absolute favorite songs on the album, I didn't enjoy this book that much. But I do think it fits the song pretty well because in this book, we're following this like really insta-lovey romance that happens when these characters are like 18 years old. And then she goes on to become this big actress. And then he's still, you know, like, hey, Dorothea, if you ever think about me, I'm still here in this town. If I could choose a movie for this song, it would be La La Land, am I right?
And damn Dorothea, they all wanna be ya.
The next song on the album is Coney Island, which this one, I have an unpopular opinion, sorry, but it's one of my least favorite songs on the album. I just don't vibe with it, I don't connect with it, I don't know why. But the book that I think fits perfectly and beautifully with this song is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
And I'm sitting on a bench in Coney Island, wondering where did my baby go?
Because I do feel like this is another one of those songs where it's kind of about the end of a very serious relationship. If I can't relate to you, who am I related to? Like, you just feel so lost and like you're just sitting on a bench in Coney Island feeling lost and helpless. And I do feel like this book really captures that emotion because in this book we're following this girl who she believes her husband has died and she's grieved him for 4 years and now she's finally moving on, and then she gets a phone call saying that he actually survived the helicopter crash that they all thought he died in, and he's been like stranded in the wilderness for 4 years and they finally found him and he's coming home. And this book is just so like, it's so traumatizing for her, like everything that she goes through in this book, but like the idea of your husband coming back after you've been grieving him for 4 years and just kind of like not being the same. I love the way this book really describes how grief changes you and how like going through those crazy traumatic life experiences can totally change a person, and it's just so sad, it's so heartbreaking, but I feel like Coney Island really does fit the vibe of this book so well. The next song on this album is Ivy, and Ivy is so fucking cute. It's so cute. And a book that I think fits this song really, really well is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Taking mine, but it's been promised to another.
Ivy is definitely the gayest song on this album, am I right? I feel like this song fits it so perfectly too because of the way she keeps saying like, we'll drink my husband's wine, and like the mention of her husband, like he's gonna burn this house to the ground, and how she's like flirting with someone but her hand has been promised to another. It's so Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo vibes. And I just love the way this song is written. It feels so like snowy and wintry and atmospheric, and I love how she's saying my pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand. They're tough as nails, nobody's gonna get through to them, but then the ivy grows and now they're covered. And it's just, it's so cute, it's so beautiful. It's like that slow burning romance that just sneaks up on you out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden you give a shit about someone else.
My house of stone, your ivy grows, and now I'm covered in you.
The next song on this album is Cowboy Like Me, which this song is also a grower. Like, I swear, this song and Dorothea, on a first listen, I was like, yeah, they're fine. Now, they're like probably my favorite songs on the album. Like, oh my god, Cowboy Like Me fucking slaps. It is such a vibe. Like, it is such a fucking vibe. And do I even need to explain to you why Brokeback Mountain fits this damn song so perfectly?
You're a bandit like me, eyes full of stars.
Not only because, you know, Brokeback Mountain follows two cowboys, two gay men who are falling in love with each other, but also just the like, you're a bandit like me, eyes full of stars, hustling for the good life, never thought I'd meet you here. Because they just both took on this job, you know, together. They didn't know each other at the time. They were just gonna herd some cattle and shit and take care of the cows. And then they fell in love. Never thought I'd meet you here. It could be love. And at the end of the song, when it's like the skeletons in both our closets plotted hard to fuck this up, like everything was against them. Everything. Even Ennis. This song is just beautiful. Honestly, I found the book of Brokeback Mountain to be just alright for me, but the movie, Brokeback Mountain, the movie, is everything. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's stunning, beautiful, it hits, and this song just fits the vibe of this movie so well, but it's also like tragically beautiful. And the like, with your boots beneath my bed forever is the sweetest con. Bitch, don't talk to me.
Never gonna love again.
The next song on the album is Long Story Short, and a book that I think fits the song perfectly is Someday Someday by Emma Scott.
And I fell from the pedestal right down the rabbit hole. Long story short, it was a bad time.
I adore this song with my whole chest. It's just so freaking cute, and I do feel like these characters have been through the fucking ringer, okay? Because this one is a male-male romance. We're following Max and Silas, and they've both gone through some truly awful, terrible shit. Max has been thrown out of his house by his parents because he's gay, and Silas, his is more of like a spoiler about what happens to him because you don't find out until a little bit later on, but long story short, it was a bad time, okay? This song just fits them so well. It's so damn cute. Long story short, it was the wrong guy. Now I'm all about you, because they find each other and they are so freaking cute together. And I just love romance books that follow two characters who are just so broken by their life experiences, and then they come together and they find hope in each other again. I feel like that's like the vibe of this song, you know? Like, I was in a really bad place when I found you and you helped me through that. And I think that's so beautiful. And like at the end when she's like, long story short, I survived. Because like part of their issues was drug addictions, okay, in this book. So they were both experiencing some really awful drug addictions. So for them to be like, long story short, I survived, like, I'm gonna cry like a proud mom. I love them both so much in this book. I love this song. It's such a great time.
I'm all about you, right?
The next song on this album is Marjorie, which this song made me cry like a fucking bitch when I was trying to record this right now, because I think it's a little too soon for me to hear this song, to be honest, because my great aunt, who was like a grandma to me, actually passed away barely even a month ago. And so hearing this song again, I haven't listened to this song since she's died, so hearing this song again fucked me up. But anyways, a book that I think fits this song perfectly is Summer Bird Blue.
You're alive in my head.
Because I know that this song is talking about like a grandma figure in your life, but if you think about it, like the death of your own sister, this song hits even fucking harder too. And I think that this song especially fits perfectly for this book, because in this book we're following this main character who, her sister dies very suddenly in a car accident, and her sister previously had like written a lot of songs together. Like they were both really big into songwriting and things like that. So I feel like this song, especially when she's like, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were singing to me now, because of their whole like thing with the songs. Oh my god, it destroys me. It literally breaks my heart. And I think this book is especially difficult because I am so close with my sister. Like, she's literally my best friend in the whole world. So reading something like this was so awful and tragic and hard to read about, because I cannot even imagine living in a world where my sister isn't there anymore. Like, I can't even imagine.
I think you were singing to me now.
Alright, the next song on the album is Closure, and I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely my least favorite song on the album. I'm just not a fan of the way that it sounds. It honestly gives me a headache when I listen to it, because it just doesn't sound like it was produced very well, and I just don't know about that. But the lyrics are very beautiful and stunning. So a book that I think fits these lyrics really well is Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. And if you didn't know anything about this book, this is basically kind of like a reimagining of like the R. Kelly situation. Like, it's about this super huge rapper named Corey Fields who's taking advantage of this young girl named Enchanted who is trying to make it in the music industry. And I feel like this song fits their situation so well, like after the fact, like when she's older and she's like, I don't need your closure. She doesn't need anything more from him. She just wants to move on from this experience. I feel like that's essentially what this song is about, you know, because I know Taylor Swift wrote this song about her experience with Big Machine Records and like getting away from that record label and being like, I don't need your closure, I'm fucking done with you. And I feel like that's like a similar vibe to like what Enchanted feels after this experience through this book. Like, I don't need your closure, fucking leave me alone. And even though I don't like this song very much, I fucking love this book. The next song on this album is Evermore. This is the title track, and this song is stunning. And I think a book that fits this song pretty damn perfectly is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab.
Can't remember what I used to fight for.
And God, I just feel like this song fits this book so well, because I feel like this song is about yearning and like going through something that you feel like this pain is gonna last forever. Because if you didn't know, this book, Addie LaRue, it's about this girl who gets cursed and she's immortal, but she gets forgotten by everyone that she meets. So she lives this very lonely life for like fucking hundreds of years where everyone she meets forgets who she is. And I feel like this is just describing like her feelings, like, hey November, I've been down since July. But it's like years are going by where she's been feeling this way. She's like, I had a feeling so peculiar that this pain would be forevermore. Like, that's how she's feeling for so long. It's mentioned in the description, so it's not like a spoiler or anything, but she meets this one guy who remembers who she is. And it's almost like by having that experience, now it's like changed her perspective on things. And now she's like, I have a feeling so peculiar, this pain wouldn't be forevermore. Because she finally has like hope again for the first fucking time in like hundreds of years. It just fits this book so well. It's so beautiful, it's so stunning, and it breaks my heart. We're down to the final two, the bonus songs on this album. The first one is Right Where You Left Me, which, holy fuck, love this song. This is another yeehaw bop. I love it. It sounds like Casey Musgraves kind of, and it's in my top 5 on this album. Like, I love Right Where You Left Me. It's such a bop. I just want to jam to it all day. And a book that I think actually does fit this song pretty well is The Haunting of Bryn Wilder.
Still sitting in a corner I haunt.
And I know you're like, what the heck, because I didn't like this book. I just didn't like it very much, but the lyrics, okay, it does fit this story pretty damn well. I mean, she's literally saying, I'm still at the restaurant, still sitting in a corner I haunt. It fits. It does fit. I hate to admit that because I don't really enjoy this book and I love this song.
You left me no choice but to stay forever.
And then the last song on this album is It's Time to Go. And I feel like this is another one that might take a little bit of time to grow on me. Like, I enjoy this song, but it's not a favorite for me. But a book that I do think actually fits this song really well is The Midnight Library by Haig. Because I feel like this song is kind of like looking at life from like the bigger picture. Like, sometimes giving up is the strong thing. Sometimes to run is the brave thing. And I feel like in this book, we really go through this whole character's life and get to kind of see all of her regrets, all of her mistakes, all of these things that she's upset about. Looking at your life from a different perspective than you did before. At least that's the vibe that I get from this. I just think this character could really probably relate to this song and what she's talking about. And this book is just so damn beautiful, okay? It's stunning. Alright, well that is all the things. That is a book for every song on Evermore. This album is so stunning and it means so much to me. I'm not gonna lie, these songs got me through some really hard shit that I was going through in December. Yeah, I would like to know, I guess, do you prefer Folklore or Evermore? And is Evermore like your new favorite Taylor Swift album, or like where does it rank for you? As far as like rankings go for me, like I honestly don't know because I still think Reputation is like my #1 favorite album, and then Folklore and 1989 are like in my top 3, so I don't know, but Evermore is like right there, dude. Evermore is growing on me so much every single day, and I love it so much. If I had to pick a top 5 songs on Evermore, it would definitely be Dorothea, Cowboy Like Me, Gold Rush, Champagne Problems, and Right Where You Left Me. Those are the songs that just stick with me the most and the ones I want to listen to the most. But yeah, please let me know, what are your top 3 or what are your top 5 songs on Evermore? Do you agree or disagree with any of the books that I put with these songs, or do you have any books that you think would also fit perfectly to these songs? Please let me know. And like I said before, if you do like this video, I have a bunch of these other videos that are the same kind of concept for all of Taylor Swift's other albums for the most part. So again, those will be linked down below. And thank you so much for hanging out with me, and now you get to watch me sing and cry a lot to all of these songs. So enjoy, I'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, goddamn, my pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand. Hey Dorothea, do you ever stop and think about me? Trends change, rumors fly through new skies, but I'm right where you lived. He reports is missing wire, and I noticed when I passed this house I struck, it's got some brand new tires. So yeah, it's a fire, it's a goddamn blaze in the dark, and you started nothing but well wishes for ya. We could call it even, you could call me babe for the weekend. She would have made such a lovely bride, what a shame she's fucked in the head. They said time flies, messy as the mud on your truck tires. Now I'm missing your smile, hear me out. Now you hang from my lips like the gardens of Babylon, and soon they'll have the nerve to deck the halls that we once walked through. I don't like anticipating my face in a red flush past me. I wanna tell you not to get lost in these petty things. One for the money, two for the show. I never was ready, so I watch you go. Walk past, quick brush. She thinks I did it, but she just can't prove it. I don't like that falling, feels like flying till the bone crush. I pulled your body into mine every goddamn night. Now I get fake niceties. You're a queen, selling dreams, selling makeup in magazines. You left me now. I'm turned your life into folklore. So yeah, it's a war, it's the goddamn fight of my life. Wishing for the good life, never thought I'd meet you here. It could be love.
I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm good. I'm fine. How do you go from tolerate it to no body, no crime? I can't. The irony of this song being called happiness, but it's so fucking sad.
I think you're still around, but I still feel you.
I shouldn't have sang this one.
I know better.
Oh my god, that song is so beautiful and it hits like way too close to home right now. God, this album makes me sad. I thought Folklore was her saddest album, but I don't know.